let's go here. Time travel. Time travel. Billy Thrills. If you could travel to any time period prior to 1900, but you were forced to live out your life there, and you couldn't come back to the present, where would you choose to go? Keep in mind, anything before 1900 means everyone probably smells and dies at 40 years of age. That's not true. Not if you have money. You lived long. Ben Franklin lived for a long time, and he was a fucking booze bag out there flying his kite in the rain.
Did he live long?
Yeah. Yeah, he lived to be like 70.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he went out there with his kite in the rain, and he was fucking shit-faced. So he had his house keys tied to the thing. That's the real story of how he discovered electricity. He was fucking hammered.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was out of his fucking mind. And if he was actually stone sober, he probably would have died because he would have tensed up when he got electrocuted. But because he was drunk, he was all relaxed, like, hey, man. Yeah. And he just rolled down the hill, landed on his bald. That's actually how he went bald. He went down the hill. When the lightning struck, it hit the key and it blew the top of his head off.
What?
Yeah. New studies have shown all of this.
No, I thought it was just fucking male pattern baldness.
No. He got elected. No. Like 30% of people, this is the worst thing. They never talk about it. If you get struck by lightning, like you immediately, it blows off that top part.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And it doesn't come back either.
Well, it wouldn't make a difference with me, but fucking.
That's why, like, Michael Bolton does that charity. He does that charity thing for.
Don't tell me he does a charity for people that get struck by lightning.
By lightning, got their hair blown off. I can't believe you believe in this shit. I'm just making all of this up.
No, the fucking top of the head. Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
But does he have a charity?
Michael Bolton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not for that.
No.
Oh. Fucking, you committed to that.
I did. All right, let's continue.
I'm sitting here like, this fucking...
Dude, that was getting so deep, I couldn't keep a straight face. I'm like, there's no way he's believing this one. All right, this one. Skidded down the hill. I said, that's how he went bald. And they go, no, wait, here's a better lie. And you're still like, really? Is that what happened? Jesus Christ, Paul. What's the world coming to? All right, Paul, if you could live any time period before 1900, anywhere, anytime.
Oh, man.
Where would you go?
I don't know. I would go somewhere where there was a war. But wait, but in the question, can I take things from the present?
Let's see, you could time travel to any period, 1900. Dude, what the fuck would you bring here? The second you pulled anything out, they'd think you were a witch and they'd kill you.
What I'm saying is I would go to there with, like, shit that they don't have now.
That's what I'm saying.
And, like in a war, though, and I'd fucking just lace, like, if I took a side, you know, you go with a couple Uzis or a fucking machine gun, you just fucking lay, you'd be a fucking god forever. You'd be a hero. You know, you'd be a god.
So what are you going to do? You're just going to walk out in the field in your Nike fucking sweatshirt? Your Jordans?
Yeah, just walk out, dress like this, and they would be like, you know, when they were packing muskets and doing the whole thing. And I'd be like, no, guys, I got this.
So what year?
I just fucking, and they would be like, oh my God. I would just be the fucking man forever. I'd be the man forever. You imagine that?
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my head around where they're not completely freaked out by you. You're going to go. So first of all, what year are you going back to?
Well, he said what? He said prior 1900?
Yeah, so what year are you going back to? They're packing muskets, so what are we talking here?
Well, there was a couple of them, wasn't there? What is it, like 1870s?
1870s?
Right?
Well, by 1870s, they had, like, the Winchesters and those repeating rifles, and that they actually had their first, like, machine gun in the Civil War, I believe. Spanish-American, anyways, where you had the little crank. You fucking mowed them down.
So I go before that time then.
So you're talking like, if I was you, I would go early 1800s.
Okay, so I'd go early 1800s.
Yep.
And I would bring some sort of...
Who are you going to mow down? What if you went in the French and Indian War and you actually fought on the side of the Indians?
What year was...
Just mowed down a bunch of French people.
Well, either way, whichever side I decided to choose, like when I got there and they saw that I showed up from a time machine, right? One group's going to be nicer to me. Right?
No, they're all going to be completely freaked out by you.
Right, but there's going to be
view you as a threat, and you'll probably have to turn your Uzi on them. Then you'd have to steal their clothes, and then try to fucking do an accent.
I would choose the side of the people that were the nicest, warmest to me when I got there, and then I would fucking become their savior.
Nobody's going to be nice to you, Paul.
Do you understand that if I did that, they would rewrite the book on me? They would be a mythical.
No, they would kill you.
No, I would be
They would
like
kill
their
you,
Jesus.
Paul. They would kill you.
They would tell stories.
What happened to Jesus?
No, they would tell.
What happened to Jesus? He got crucified.
Yeah, but he didn't have an Uzi. Okay, so.
Yeah, but you're going to run out of bullets, though.
No, but in the question, it doesn't specify like what I'm coming with. I'm going to go prepared.
How big is this fucking time machine?
No. No, I'm going to go with like a bunch of clips and a couple of Uzis, okay? And they're going to write fucking stories about me. They're
Yeah,
gonna be like,
mass
this guy,
murdering
this
psycho
no.
from the fucking future.
They're going to go some mythical,
wearing
some guy.
lazy clothes.
Some Italian
Laziest
Greek dude
clothes
from New York. Some Italian dude from New York.
They don't even know what New York is. Oh, actually, maybe they want New York. Yeah, dude, you're not. Listen, Paul. This is the key.
They wouldn't all kill me.
But Paul,
I would say, I'm here to help you. Listen, I came to this. Listen to what I would tell them, okay? And then you tell me what you'd say. I'd say, look, I came from the future to help you. This machine brought me here to help you. I'm going to solve your problems. And then I would fucking pull out.
Okay. Now let me ask you this, Paul. Let's do this. Let's say,
okay,
fucking after this tour, you can't sleep one night, and you look out your backyard and you see this fucking thing appear out of nowhere,
right.
And this guy gets out and starts walking towards your fucking house from a time machine. And let's just say you have a shotgun, and this guy walks up and he goes, no, hey, listen, Paul, and he's wearing these weird workout clothes from 300 years in the future. Listen, I'm here to help you. I'm here to do things that you're going to like. You're going to fucking trust this guy?
No, because I was sleeping in my bed, and I'm talking about I want to show up to a conflict. I want to show up to the moment of a conflict and fucking take a side and win it. I want to win the game for the team. This is what I'm saying.
It's a very narcissistic behavior here, Paul.
You know?
You think you're just going to show up on a battlefield?
They're going to be like, our brothers.
Show up and you fucking walk out of this thing with a hoodie, sweatshirt, and a fucking Uzi.
Yeah,
and the Union Army and the rebels are not going to, like, one of them is going to embrace you.
Yeah, one of those groups are losing fathers and sons, and I go, I got this. Fuck the musket. And I just fucking lace out an army. They're going to look at me like, dude, this guy, what are they going to do? They're going to go, we've been saved. He was sent.
They would, once they realize you are mortal, they would fucking they would take your weapons, is what they would do.
How they getting the Uzi from me if they're fucking packing a musket and they have knives?
Because, what are you talking, Paul? Because you're going to have your fucking back to them. If you're shooting at the other guy. Paul, you know what they're going to do? They're going to probably act nice to you.
This would be a hilarious
and then what they're going to do is they're going to try to figure out where the fuck you came from. They're going to immediately confiscate your fucking time machine, and they're going to try to see if they can duplicate it so they can run the fucking world.
Okay, how are they going to confiscate the time machine from me? When I'm the one with the ammo, I'm the one with the semi-automatic weapons. I'm the one who's just saying, what are they going to do?
What are they going to do, Paul? Is they're going to fucking put an all-points bulletin out on every fucking goddamn tree out there. Wanted. Sweatpant guy from the future. This man alone has been in this time zone, this era, for fucking 20 minutes and has already killed 600 people.
No, but here's the thing. The question was, where would you go and if you couldn't come back? If I survived this, I'm a legend.
Did you see?
Fucking legend.
Forget about. I know you didn't read anything in history.
Yeah,
let's just talk movies,
history.
Okay?
Yeah, World War II.
Like what? That there's muskets in 1870?
No. What fucking
they're
World War II
packing the guns.
shit?
I mean, in 1870.
I just laugh so hard at seeing dots. No, World War II. I read about shit.
You literally sound like you're sitting on a stoop right now. I know stuff.
Go ahead. What was the question? What were you
Paul,
saying?
I was going to talk about people in history, but how about we'll go with movies, all right?
All right.
You saw There Will Be Blood?
Yes.
Okay, that's based off, like, the robber barons of the fucking, 1800s, the people who got involved in
oil rig guy, yeah.
the railroad guys, the Rockefellers, the Vanderbilts, the fucking people who, like...
Who fucking started it all, yeah.
Yeah, they came over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
They fucking got it, it was wide open. You could do whatever the fuck you want, and they did it.
Right.
All right? It's funny, I made fun of you for being stupid. I can't even explain this. These guys, the J.P. Morgans and all these types of fucking guys, when you show up with this machine where they can fucking change the past, they can change the fucking future, these sociopath psychos are not going to let you, Paul Verzi, once they fucking sit down and they talk to you, Paul, they see where the fuck you're at, they will pretend to be friends with you. And when the second you set down your Uzi to have a little bit of mutton with them in their villa, they would cut you ear to ear.
No. First of all, I'm too fucking street smart to ever put my Uzi down and let them and start fucking drinking tea and eating crumpets with these fucking
I don't like how you think you're street smart in every fucking era. Like you know what the signs are in 1812.
You think I'm gonna leave my fucking Uzi down when nobody's got one? That's gold to those people. That ends problems. I would never do that.
So you're gonna become friends with these people, always having a gun trained on them.
So how
That's
about
what you're telling me?
No. So how about this? This is what I could also do. I could get there in my time machine and I could befriend one person, and I could let them know that I'm here to help them if they need and tell them what I could do, and then maybe they can say, hey, listen, when we get into when the rebels come, I got a guy.
You know what? I wasn't even listening. I was thinking about what I was going to do.
All right. Well, what would you do?
I would go back to, 1900. I would go back. Keep in mind, anything prior to 1900, I would go back to 1899. Okay? It's because I want the most up-to-date medical fucking shit available for when I come down with, polio or whatever bullshit that's going to hit me. What I would do is I would try out and make a Major League Baseball team, and I would fucking destroy them with my knowledge of nutrition, my 120 years in the future, my knowledge of nutrition. You know what I would do? I would take some PEDs back with me before they even know how to test for it, and I would fucking roid up.
Fucking just give Babe Ruth.
And I would try out for the Boston Red Sox, and we would win it for every fucking year right through the 20s.
That's a great idea.
That's what I would do.
But you'd have to go back with steroids. Yeah, you'd have to go back. You'd have to convince these people that you're going to inject them.
I still don't think I could hit a curveball, though.
Huh?
I still don't think I could hit a fucking curveball. But I just figure if I went back to the fucking look, I couldn't make a Major League Baseball team in the 1900s, but I think I could make one in the 1890s. So just have me go back. When did it start? 1880. Join the fucking Phillies. I wouldn't want them to win a championship.
Well,
when did the fucking Red Sox come around?
They were the first. The Red Sox came around in what? 1890.
Early 1900s. I'd like to play whenever they built Fenway in 1912. I would just like to come up to bat. God damn it, I couldn't do it. So I'd have to go back. But I'm my age now. I'd be too fucking old by then. Fuck.
Yeah, but you'd still kill it, though.
All right, this is what I would do. I'd become totally fluent in Latin. And I would fucking go back and I'd watch a game at the Roman Coliseum.
That's fun. I'm telling you.
It's all sports related.
I would just take my chances with. I would just go with all the heavy artillery. I would be a defense. I would be, I'm going the Ronald Reagan route. Just spend all the money on defense. I would hope that they would utilize me that way, as an asset, military wise.
Dude, you're out of your mind, dude.
Why?
Like, just me going back thinking that I could fucking make a team. Because I looked at them back in those 1890s, like they were like softball teams. They just had ringers in. Those guys didn't stretch.
Dude, but you're not
They just went up
understanding
there.
something. Back in the Wild West days, they fucking went outside and they went back to back and then 10 paces. I fucking get rid of that, man. I'm talking about I have everything. I'm an asset.
You don't have anything, Paul. What you have is a gun and bullets. You have the best gun with the best bullets. But you're ignoring the fact that an entire army is going to go after you. That they're not going to allow.
I'm running up the hill in windbreaker pants.
They're not going to allow you. They wouldn't allow you to take power. Paul, the way that you seize power is you assimilate and you work your way up through the ranks, and then you strike when the time is right. That's how you do it. If you try and start your own, you come in there all rogue.
No, dude,
like, listen, I have better shit than you guys could ever dream of having, but don't worry, I'm your friend. These fucking paranoid assholes, these control freaks, you could not live. They would be smearing you in the papereth every fucking day, talking about
this reminds me of that
you were a bigger threat than the savages that need to be clear. They would put you above getting rid of Native Americans at that point. You would have to be eliminated. But not before they found out how took apart the gun to figure out how it worked, tortured you for all the fucking knowledge that you had and grilled you about that time machine to
All right,
figure
so
out
if
if
I
you
told him-
built it or you just fucking used it?
So what if I lied to him and I said I could get more of this? I got a time machine. Nobody knows where it is, but I could go back and get more of this. Like, so if they knew that I could, you know what I mean? If I lied to him that way.
That's the best move you've said out of all of this scenario, where maybe, you could do a play on their greed and their desire to have more. That's actually a smart fucking move. But if you just think that you're just going to show up with your fucking cigar and your Uzi and come walking out on a battlefield,
Dude, this sketch, I almost want to do this.
and just change the course of history depending on who was nicer to you. What if the Germans were nicer to you in World War II? I mean, if they had nice uniforms, Paul, you going to side with them?
Dude, how funny would it be just watching me going there with Air Maxes on, Nike Air Maxes on, a cigar and a sweatshirt. I'm like, listen, sit down. I got a gun that could solve it, and I just show the guy. I would fucking love to see the looks on their faces. And then all of a sudden they rebel against me.
I think if you actually went out there and you mowed down the whole other side with what you had.
Yeah. That was my original. That's my
That
thought.
I would think that if I was on
my
luckily
side.
on your side,
Yeah.
I would slowly be backing away as you were doing it, and then I would slip into the woods and fucking run away. Is what I would do. I would get the fuck away from you because Paul, you understand what the fuck I'm seeing. Okay, you're gonna show up in your space clothes with your fucking ray gun. I mean, it's just like I'm out of there. I'm fucking out of there. I'm gonna leave, and if you come towards me, I'm gonna shoot. I mean, if a fucking alien landed and I had a gun, fuck his ray gun, fuck all that bullshit. If it starts coming towards me, I gotta shoot at it.
If that happened, I'd be living in the biggest house in the 18th. I'd have all the women I would be the fucking Jesus there. They would fucking draw pictures.
Dude,
of me.
you know what it is, Paul? This is your own little narcissistic head trip, and that's the exact thing that would bring you down.
No, you know something? I think that this is a great answer to your listener's question.
First of all, you're acting. You know what I love about all of this, Paul?
What?
You're acting like you know how to make a fucking Uzi.
No, I'm saying I would
a time
bring one.
machine. You're going to bring one. So all
Yeah.
you did was bring it, and they're going to figure it out because the scientists back then were just as brilliant as the scientists now. They just don't have the information that the ones do today. So they would immediately break down your fucking what you are. That
They
you're
would
a
have to take my gun.
That you're a stand-up comedian. That's what they would do. Well, what are you going to do, Paul? What are you going to do for food? You're going to Uzi a deer? Okay. And then do you know how to start a fire without some wood?
Yeah.
Rubbing them together? You know how to do that?
Yeah.
How do you do it? You know how to start a fire without matches?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it done. I've watched it on TV. I've seen it on I've seen it on YouTube. I fucking seen it on YouTube when we ran out of matches at the house one time. I swear to God, I was watching a clip.
Yeah, I've watched it too.
Yeah, the guy
Have you ever
takes
sat down and done Have you done it?
He gets the driest, whatever they call it, the grass or the dry fucking.
Paul,
what
I'm
do
going
they
to
call
tell
it,
you this
shrubs,
right now.
And they fucking.
If you can start a fire.
And they twist the thing. They.
Right. If you can
Yeah.
start a fire tonight. All right, we'll go to the Toronto's Central Park. If you can start a fire, I'll give you all the money I'm going to make on this tour. Don't watch the YouTube video again. I want to see you start this fucking fire. Okay, and if you
I
don't,
need some wood or a shrub thing.
if you don't, then you have to walk into Lake Ontario with your Jordans on.
But 30 and shit.
Well, that's the point. I
Yeah,
want you to suffer.
You're hilarious. You're like, yeah, you did see it. Wow.
All right, kegerator. First thing first, I'm over 21 years of age, so no worries about giving advice to a minor. Recently, my wife approached me and asked why we don't have a kegerator. Huh? He's got a good one here.
Yeah.
He goes, needless to say, within minutes of that statement, we now are the proud owners of a new kegerator. And seeing as how I've been married for 8 years, and this is the first time she's ever given approval for a purchase prior to me buying it, I'm pretty excited about this. How do guys get themselves in that situation? Unless she's making all the money, and you got to go to her for cash, right?
Yeah, I mean, she seems cool unless she's got a drinking problem, but that's awesome.
You know what? I didn't even think of that. Anyways, however, I really need some advice as to what kind of beer I should keep it stocked with. Choosing the right beer is key to the process. I'm afraid if I buy something like Amstel Light, all my friends will know my wife wears the pants in the family. That's hilarious because he gets less calories here. If I buy a stronger, thicker, more manly beer like Newcastle or Guinness, I may also have to buy a wheelbarrow to wheel my friends out of the basement on weekends, and I really don't need that level of responsibility. I can't do anything like Miller Lite or Coors Light because I might as well hook the tap up to the faucet.
That's true.
That's very true.
I said that a long time ago. That Coors Light, that's like vitamin water for alcoholics. Like all my friends, yeah. Just, I'm on the wagon. You're like, dude, you're fucking drinking. Yeah, it's Coors Light. I narrowed it down to Dos Equis or Labatt Blue. The only thing with Labatt Blue would be if any French Canadians find out I'm fucked, because those bastards would be knocking on my door 7 days a week. What do you think, Paul? If you had to get a kegerator.
If you had to get a keg, it sounds like this guy doesn't want to go domestic, but he also doesn't want to go really fattening. Sam
Adams?
Yeah, Sam
Killians?
Maybe a nice pale ale.
I would just go classic. It's a keg. It's a fucking keg. I would go Budweiser.
Isn't that such a weird thing for your wife to just purchase, like to be like, yeah, you know what, I got like that's pretty fucking cool.
That's beyond cool.
That's weird almost. Like if Stacy came home, I would just be, yeah, I got this big wine rack. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, she starts doing like little kegerator headstands. They have girl push-ups. She does like the girl version of a fucking keg stand.
What beer would you put in there?
I get Budweiser because that's like a classic. Like who's gonna come home? Dude, what are you going to come home like Norm on Cheers and you're just going to start pouring yourself a big mug of beer? You're going to be a tub of shit. So I figured the only time you're really going to be pouring like that is if you have guys over for the game. Budweiser is a nice middle of the road that everybody's going to like. You drink Bud at the game.
Yeah.
It's not one of the light beers.
Don't you feel like shit now? Like now that I'm like, 33 years old and stuff, so my metabolism is obviously slowing down. But I got to be honest with you, man. When I drink 3 beers, I feel like a fucking fat, bloated. I could feel my tits getting bigger.
Yeah.
I could feel
You're about ready to enter your whiskey and scotch years.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what you do.
I think so, because beer just gives me that bloat, and then you get tired. Whiskey, if I drink a whiskey on the rocks now, which is kind of dangerous.
Whiskey, yeah. Scotch, that's like a vaporizer for alcoholics. Like, vaporizer, you have like vaporizer. If you're going to smoke weed, is the way to do it, I would think, because it filters out everything except the shit that gets you high. You take a hit off it. There's no burning sensation. It's like a mist. And I swear to God, if you get high with a vaporizer versus drinking 3 or 4 beers, like just the fatty tissue you're going to build on your liver, like I would think that a vaporizer is. I mean, obviously no research here because I'm an idiot, but I just by looking at it, that's arguably the healthiest way to get fucked up. You know what I mean?
What's the most healthy to drink? What's more healthy?
I have no idea.
For fat.
Well, I would say for not being fat. Look, if you get like you just drink hard stuff and you drink it on the rocks, or you just drink it neat. And what people get fucked up is they drink like Jack and Cokes. You're drinking sodas all night.
See, I don't know all those fucking like alcoholic words like neat. I would just be like, give
neat.
it to me regular.
Yeah, neat is no ice. That's just straight.
Okay.
And then rocks is obviously with some ice, but you don't want to mix it with anything like. I guess, twist the lime. The older you get, you just want to go right to the fucking, you get right to the point.
The older you get,
it's like how old people fight. If they're going to fight, they're not going to sit there and try, who used to do that bit? Like Richard Pryor or somebody. They're not going to look cool. They're going to immediately try to blow out your knee and just end the shit. They'll kick you in the balls. They don't give a fuck. That's the way old people drink. Like I've heard somebody was a bartender that said when somebody comes in, if they order a beer, I think, okay, this guy could be a problem. But if somebody just comes in and they order like a whiskey or whatever, and it's just sitting there, and they know how they want to drink. All right, this guy's a pro. He can handle himself.
This guy's a rookie.
Yeah,
It's gonna get ugly.
Oh yeah, he's coming in. Let me get get a shot of Zambuca, a couple. Hey, you guys want to do shots? You want to round up the shots? Those guys, yeah, that's gonna be.
It's like a car bomb as soon as you start.
Dude, is a car bomb the dumbest thing? The Irish car bomb. It's cool because
what
it
is
makes
it? You drop amaretto into a beer? Is that
what is it's a Guinness and it's a shot of not a Guinness. It's maybe there's a bunch of alcoholics
Bill,
right now.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The end of this podcast get me thirsty.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm ready to drink.
Yeah, me too. Like
yeah, no, we're boozing after this. Yeah, so sir, I would go with okay. So he says Dos Equis or Labatt Blue. You know what I would do? I wouldn't do Dos Equis just because the most interesting man in the world is a little overhyped. I'd go Labatt Blue. I think that's cool.
I can't remember what Labatt Blue tastes like. It's Canadian, right?
Yeah. But does it have the extra alcohol? No, once it comes into this country, it doesn't.
Triple X has the extra alcohol. Is Dos Equis good? I heard Dos Equis
is
good, though.
Dude, that's another reason to fucking get into hockey. When you go up to Canada, when you drink their beer, it has twice the alcohol content.
You know what the funny thing about Canadians are?
Other than the fact they say
neutral. They're peaceful and neutral with everything, but their sport is fucking barbaric, and they drink like fucking maniacs.
They do, and they're not peaceful either. They're not. That's just Michael Moore's version of what they are because it worked for his documentary. Dude, they lost a hockey game and they burned down their city.
Talk about an unacceptable face.
Exactly.
Michael Moore's on the head of that.
I got fucking 2 words for Canada. Grow up. All right? Here's another 2. Act your fucking age. I'll be in Edmonton at the no, I'm kidding. Verzi's got me addicted to Florentine's podcast, and now Verzi does a pretty good Florentine. Dude, Florentine is the funniest motherfucker ever.
Listening to Florentine complain about something.
Anything.
Oh my god!
That
Yeah, 'cause
robot,
that's what guys care
that
about,
robot,
right?
you fucking kidding me?
Fucking
It's
garbage.
Fucking joke.
Fucking Fox News robot. Fucking.
You got that height,
Robot.
the way he goes like up, or he like drags the word out.
It's fucking halftime. It's fucking.
That's really good, man.
Dude, he's fucking funny, man. Listening to that guy complain.
Really? Like we never seen a beautiful woman
Fucking
before?
guy, Bud Light commercial. It's fucking ridiculous.
All right. What do we got here? This is okay. Sunglasses. There's some really some weird ones this week. People like this guy says, "Hey Bill, I need my listeners send in like questions and shit, and I read it just to let you know." Billiam, I need to ask you a very important question. My wife makes fun of my choice of sunglasses. She thinks they're not hip enough. I told her I was wearing brown tinted sunburst aviators since college before the whole aviator hype. Is there aviator hype? I don't remember.
Mean, Top Gun came out.
Yeah, I was going to say, back then, those people who...
in 1980s.
Yeah, who wanted to be like Tom Cruise. You know my neighbor when I was growing up? Any movie that Tom Cruise was in, he got into that, like whatever it was. Like Top Gun, he joined like the fucking...
No.
He joined like the Air Force Reserves.
No.
He alligator armed it. He joined that, and then
Days of Thunder, he started racing cars.
no cocktail. He became like a bartender. His rich dad got him out of the fucking
The fuck outta here.
reserves.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he started getting into that. And what else did he do? There was like 3 things, so it kind of became this running joke, like whatever fucking Tom Cruise movie was coming out, and then eventually he moved out to L.A. Finally, just well, why don't I just be a fucking actor? You know, so I don't have to actually join the fucking Air Force.
That's
Don't know whatever happened to him. So anyway, aviator glasses, which were, the Tom Cruise fan / date rapist. Remember that fucking kid I was talking about him? Do you remember that kid who he had the rough sex with the girl in Central Park and she died?
no.
You're too young for that. Yeah, this guy.
What?
This fucking psycho. No, he killed her. He tried to say that she wanted rough sex. It was consensual, and I don't know what he accidentally killed her or whatever.
That puts a whole other meaning to the word killing it.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, Paul.
How you doing with the ladies?
Jesus, I'm killing it. Crushed it. Fucking crushed it. So, anyways, dude, that's fucking brutal. So anyway, but this guy, you know what? It actually made me mad when he got out of prison. Not only that he got out of, on 2 levels it made me mad. First of all, the guy got out of prison, but the idiots on the news going off on the guy were saying, because when he got out, he wasn't on parole because he did all his time. Because he didn't get time off for good behavior, because they were just like, he had fights in prison, he was selling drugs and blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, all that says in there is he didn't get raped. He did what he had to do in there to survive. So on some level, you have to respect that, because that's the big fear as a guy.
Wait, did he rape the girl, or it was just rough sex?
I don't know what he did. I don't know what happened.
That's such a big difference, though.
Well, I don't know if he went like Ron Artest, like it was going good and he was excited, and then he fucking elbowed her. Why are we joking about
he just
this?
dunked and then he fucking started pounding his chest.
Yeah, and then they didn't show the replay because it was a home game. No, he fucking, I don't know.
So how long did he do? They let him out of jail?
Yeah, he did like all 15 or 16 years because they couldn't get him on murder because he said it was like, I know, like on rape trials, like what they always do, like the hardest thing to get him on is when they say it was consensual. So then all DNA is out the fucking window. Then you have to like, it's the worst fucking thing. If somebody does that to a woman, they should be, honestly, they should have like a flamethrower, and they should just have it pointed at the defendant. And Jerry, would you like to read the verdict? On the count of rape, we find him guilty in the first degree. And just light him on fire right in front of the family.
Yeah, yeah.
Right in front of the family. That's how I would run it.
Just same thing with
Child molesters.
Oh, that's the worst.
Child molesters, that's it. Child molested, I would actually have them get chased by rabid dogs first, And then,
Dude, this Sandusky
Yeah,
guy
and-
better
and-
get fucking. This Sandusky guy should get fucking drawn and quartered in the courtroom. Just
yeah.
put his fucking body parts in a bag.
he
and
should
throw
be
it.
underneath an oil tanker, and then they should drive it to fucking. Is that how you
That's
drive
the-
a boat?
That's
Drive
the
it to
most
like
horrific
fucking.
man that's walking this earth. He's a
That's what I would do with that
devil,
guy.
dude.
What I would do with that guy, well, I would go into shark-infested waters, and I would give him a bunch of paper cuts, and I'd tie him to the front of a boat.
Oh my god, I never heard of like that. That's a good one, man.
Well,
Just
Paul, you
bait.
got to understand when you do something like that to somebody, you didn't just you ended that kid's life, and then you affected generations of people because who they're going to marry, how they're going to treat the person they marry, how they're going to treat their kids, and then the treatment of the kids, how they're going to act in society. It creates. It's like that little Confucius thing when you drop the pebble in the still pond and the ripples just go like that. So you got a little poetic on you. It's like that. No, see, that's what I say. Tie him to the front of a boat, paper cuts, shark-infested waters, and that's it. And you know what's funny? And this is the thing about it. That's funny. That'd be awesome. And it still won't stop him. It still won't stop it from happening. But you should start weeding them out.
That's a sickness, man. From young, it's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's just and it ruins the lives of
everybody.
But the kid forever.
Yeah, it's over. Why are you saying what I just said, Paul?
Oh, did you say that? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you won't even listen. A typical
I was just-
comedian.
no,
you were
no,
thinking
no.
about what you were
No,
going
I
to
was
say. That's
thinking
literally
no.
exactly what I just said.
No, I was thinking about the
You
the
singing
bait.
what-
I was thinking about him actually like hitting the thing like a buoy.
Oh, that's right. You got that weird fucking shit where you every once in a while you think about doing crazy
Horrible
stuff,
things
right?
Sometimes, yeah.
I always get nervous about admitting this type of stuff. Like someday, if you're like on trial, like I'm gonna get put in contempt of court because I'd still never rat you out. But it'd be like, what are you talking about? You guys talked about this on the podcast. What are you kidding me? It was a joke.
Like garbage.
Oh, we didn't ask the fucking guy's question here. We were talking about aviators. He said, what's the breakdown of douchey sunglasses versus acceptable ones? What kind of sunglasses do you wear, and does Nia have any say in the matter? I imagine you wear very non-threatening, low-profile shades. I can't tell if that's an insult or if he's... Sounds like an insult, right?
No, I don't think it's an insult. I think this guy genuinely wants to know what he could wear to make his girl stop trashing him.
Well, this is what you have to do. First of all, depending on where you are in your relationship, is if you feel secure in your relationship, maybe she's just doing you a solid and telling you that you look like a douche. But if she's always telling you everything, what to do, then you have to continue wearing those glasses, and you have to wear them over to her mother's house.
Defiance.
Yes, and wear them into the house, and don't take them off when her mom's talking to you. That's like a buddy of mine, right?
Dude, women though, I just want me to say something real quick.
Oh God, more women trashing. I was hoping you were going to be nice to them.
It's just like, could you, like, a guy's really thinking about that, and this happens all the time. This guy's got a genuine concern here, but I've heard of guys going, yeah, my girl just looked over at me and looked at that shirt and goes, ugh, it's such a turn off, take it off. And I want to be, it's in my mind, I'm just like, I want to be like, dude, shut the, are you out of your mind?
Yeah, but those guys deserve it. They fucking deserve it, Paul. If you let the woman in your life talk to you like that,
Well, that's
they,
what I'm
they
saying.
fucking deserve it. The same way a woman deserves it.
No, but
if
if the
their
guy-
guy is a fucking asshole, minus them beating the shit out of you. But I gotta, minus them beating the shit out of you.
But
like
if the guy-
if they beat you up, then that's just complete bullshit.
No, of
But if
course.
they're walking around being a fucking asshole, disrespecting you, that's on you.
But if
Okay,
the guy says
break
to her-
up with them.
But what if the guy says to her, shut up? You know, I'm wearing the shirt, shut up.
Yeah.
Is he a dick?
No.
Right. But then it's like, oh my God, don't
That's
talk
a
to
total turn up that disgusts me. Take that off. Just flip it around. What if you ever said that to your girl?
me.
Ah,
Exactly.
it's disgusting. It makes you look fat. Come on, you'd never do that.
No.
Even if you said that disgusts me, that would be it.
Listen, here's my answer
They would
to your,
pout through the fucking dessert that night at the meal.
Well, here's my answer to your listener's question here. If you like him, dude, and you look in the mirror and you go, you know something, I like the glare, I like if it's orange tint or whatever, you like it, fucking wear it.
Paul, you know something? That's why you and your wife are so comfortable to hang around. Because how many times you guys tell each other, go fuck yourself? You say, go fuck yourself, right? You do that, right?
Like, no, we'll just be like, you know something,
Yeah,
like,
shut up.
Not in a, but in a loving way, like a.
Yeah, but you got to keep them off you. The same way she has to keep you off her. You know, if she didn't keep you in check, you'd golf fucking 9 times a week.
Right.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. There's a fine line in what's like, yes, exactly.
Dude, I had a buddy of mine, right? We went fishing, right? We were done fishing. We drank a bunch of booze or whatever. We were smoking cigars, and his wife pulls up, and, they told their kid about the dangers of smoking, right? So the kid starts fucking crying and blah, and there's all this big fucking thing. And the guy was literally in the doghouse. And I guess maybe because the kid was crying, I kind of saw her point. But he's one of those fucking guys. I wanted to say to him, like, dude, you know what would really help your relationship? Next time you drop your kid off in the car, take out a big fat fucking Cuban and just light it up.
Yeah.
And I got, what are you doing? I'm smoking a cigar because I enjoy it. When I come home, I'm going to watch a game. And I'm smoking this fucking cigar. And when she says why, you say, because you can go fuck yourself. And I'm telling you, it's a little blunt. You can round off the edges.
Might not wanna, you might not want to say you could go fuck yourself.
But I'm just saying, that would help your relationship. It's like that movie. Remember the movie there with Kevin Spacey? When she comes home, what is that in the driveway? He's like, that is a 1969 Firebird. And I went out and bought it because I wanted it. Go fuck yourself. And you saw the look on her face. There was a shift for the better in that relationship. But doesn't he die in the end? Doesn't he get killed?
I don't know. Was that?
That was a weird one. He wanted to fuck that 12-year-old.
Oh, yeah,
Fuck that movie. Sitting there with rose petals falling all over him. So we're saying, you know what? You wear the goddamn sunglasses you want to, sir.
That's right.
Anyways, I got them into the biggest, dumbest fucking fight last night with my girl, right? We had this great day, you know? Everything's going great. So I stay in, I take a night off from comedy, and I say, hey, why don't we watch a movie? You know what I mean? Cap off this wonderful fucking day. Everything's going great. What could go wrong? This is like the beginning of a horror movie where they just show like the perfect family and everything's great and people are wearing like white linen, you know? And then all of a sudden they just start showing the camera in the bushes, like a POV of like Mike Myers. This is basically what happened. So 60 Minutes comes on, right? Who doesn't want to watch that show and pretend they're smart? You know? I like it. Some Morley Safer comes on. And you know he smells like an old person. Some old people don't smell like old people, but he looks like he smells like an old person. You know? Smells of cigars, ashtrays, you know? A couple of wars, maybe a date rape. So, he's interviewing Meryl Streep. All right? The great Meryl Streep. And they're going through all her old friggin' life and all the movies and all the different characters that she's played. Oh, first of all, they start the report off with Morley Safer just sitting there, right? Smelling of fucking Bengay and whiskey, right? And he says how over in England, they, I don't know, they make their actors, they award them by calling them lords and they knight them. But over here in America, all we do is just give them this shiny statue. And it's just like, starts off right off the bat for some reason just shitting on America. I don't know why. Like an Oscar is somehow beneath Sir Anthony Michael Hall. I mean, or Lord, what? Lord of what? Lord of what? At least you can fucking hold our statue. You're Lord of what kingdom? That phony horseshit that you have with Prince Charles and the Popper or whatever the fuck is going on over there? You know? Look, if the Rothschilds knight you over there, then that fucking means something. Then you can become part of their yacht convoy as they go around the world, figuring out how to take over another currency, right? Then you're in with them, okay? But if you're fucking, Lord of this and your wingman is the Duke of Elton John, I mean, the whole thing is fucking stupid, right? So right off the bat, it's already bugging me. But I know Nia hates when I talk to the TV, right? So I keep my big fucking yap shut. And they start talking about Meryl Streep, going through the whole thing. And then the old guy there, smelling of, prescription meds, goes, whenever they talk about the roles you play, they always say, you play independent-minded women, very strong women. And Meryl goes, I know, that's what they say. When a guy, they never say to a guy, oh, you're playing a strong-willed character, yada, yada, yada. I let that go, whatever, no biggie. I'll take that. It's probably true. What the fuck do I know? I'm not a woman, right? But then they show her after she played Margaret Thatcher, and she's given a speech to a bunch of young girls, and she's trying to inspire them. And she takes a quote from Margaret Thatcher, and it was something along the lines of, if you want a bunch of people to stand around talking about doing something, you got to talk to men. But if you want it to actually get done, you got to get a woman. And then all the chicks go, woo, like flipping out, right? So I laugh and I'm like, yay, reverse sexism, right? Just seeing, my whole fucking theory, how everybody is just a piece of shit. You just don't have the power to act out what the fuck you want to do. Because that right there, if you flip that around as a guy, if you're running for president, it's fucking over. You can't be like, let me tell you, and I'll tell you what, after I get you jobs, and after I fix this economy, okay, and I'm the man to do it, because I'll tell you right now, if you're looking for someone to stand around and talk about doing something, you get a woman. You want to get it done, you got to get a man. Here are my nuts, right here on the podium. Vote for me November 4th. Go fuck yourself, right? You did that, your presidential campaign's over. She does it. It's fucking adorable. And it's just as fucking ignorant. You know what I mean? What the fuck do you get off saying that we stand around and do nothing, Meryl Streep? Huh? Or quoting Margaret, and you too, Margaret Thatcher. Let me tell you bitches something, all right? We faked a fucking lunar landing. Okay? You think that's just talking? Anybody can land on the fucking moon. That's easy. But to pretend you did it, all right? And get everybody to shut the fuck up about it, that right there, that takes skill. So whatever. So I make that little comment. And did I just go, that? I sound like fucking Porky Pig. So I make that comment, and I've been with Nia long enough that I can tell by the side of her face when she's just thinking about, what if I just grabbed everything I really cared about and walked out of this house right now? She got that fucking mad at me, And I'm like, she's just right after the story was over, she just shut the fucking thing off. And I know what happened. Next thing you know, I'm walking to 7-Eleven to get some ice cream. I don't even know what happened. It was all going great. Am I the asshole there? What am I? Am I supposed to just fucking sit there with my mouth hanging open with drool coming out when I watch TV? If somebody says something douchey, I'm not supposed to say it? Whatever. So I just finally just said, you know what? Fuck this. I take the dog out. I go around the block. What do? I'm calling my guy friends, right? They're all backing me up. I'm not saying who I called. I don't name names, right? And they're all laughing their ass off, and they 100% agree with me, which is all I'm looking for at this point. I just want people to say that I'm right. I don't want to learn anything from this experience. Just tell me I was right so I can be an ignorant ass again. I don't know. Why don't you guys weigh in on that? Am I a dick for saying that? Should I just let that one go? Oh, you know what she said that fucking drove me up the wall? She goes, why are you... She didn't say intimidated. She used one of those words. Why are you threatened by what she said? It's I'm not threatened. Jesus Christ. Then I take the bait. It just sends me right over there. Threatened about what? Oh, my God, this person that I don't know, who has never called me, nor will ever call me, who has no effect on my life. How do you get threatened by that? I'm just calling it for the bullshit that it is. Because you know what? This is what fucking drives me nuts. I can't stand when somebody tells me that their shit sandwich tastes worse than my shit sandwich. Okay? Go fuck yourself. At what point am I supposed to have empathy as I'm sitting here eating a shit sandwich and you're telling me how much worse yours is? At the end of the fucking day. You know what I mean? Sure, mine might be on, a better slice of bread, which I guess would make it taste a little bit better, but at the end of the fucking day, right? The end of the fucking day. All right? I'm going to end up in a FEMA camp with you. Okay? You think when the next fucking psycho comes along, I'm going to make the cut? What the fuck what do I bring to the world? Huh? Exactly. I'm going to be standing right next to you. So go fuck yourself. This fucking woman, every time she sneezes, they give her another goddamn award. She's still bitching. Still fucking bitching. It's ridiculous. I remember when I did this Oscar-nominated part. Oh, go fuck yourself with your wigs. The whole thing just, that's what fucking pisses me off when I watch this shit. If you really want to know my perspective, is from where I come from, I can't bitch about shit because everybody's like, oh, go fuck yourself. You hit the lottery, right? But I got to sit here and listen to you, bitch, even if you're fucking killing it. Even if you're killing it. Yale School of Drama. and he stepped on the ball. Go fuck yourself with your goddamn yachts. All right, there you go. That felt good. It's probably ignorant, but whatever. Moving on. What the hell am I going to talk about? Oh, you know, I went into a bar last night. Oh, yesterday afternoon because the games come on early. So I'm sitting there, right? I'm with a buddy of mine, right? Watching the game. We're having a great time. And right in like the fourth quarter, these 4 or 5 girls come in, and it's a dive bar. You know, I like the dive bars. You can get a place to sit. You know, it's just one of those deals. Somebody has one of those fucking. What's Nick Nolte's character in 48 Hours? You know, there's always one of those cars parked out front, some fucking piece of shit ragtop with some sad dog in the back seat, right? I like those bars, you know, the barfly car, right? So I walk in there, we're watching the game, and like fucking, with like, I don't know, 5 minutes to go in the game. So what's that, like 2 hours NBA time? These like 5, 6 chicks come in, and they're just train wrecks. All of them wearing pants where you can just see their clams. You know, ridiculously tight pants. Another girl's got these cutoffs with her hat turned sideways, looking like she's in some fucking Fresh Prince video in the late 80s. They were just absolute messes. And they start putting money into the jukebox, and they just start singing along. They started singing along to Video Killed the Radio Star, right? And then they just start, you know, and then there's all these fucking old guys, barfly fucking jack-offs like my age and a little bit older, like way too fucking old for these chicks, right? And these girls are being like really fucking loud, and they're fucking dancing with each other, and they're grabbing each other's asses, doing all this shit. And you see these guys up at the bar, they're like, and they start like reacting to this sex fucking energy that they're putting out there. So 2 of the girls stand up. They start. That's what it got, dude. It was like the fucking Accused, like times 5 was going down. The whole vibe. It was fucking ridiculous. So the 2 girls stand up. They start like dancing, grinding up against each other. And then one of the guys eventually, like some big fucking sex star bear, starts walking over and starts pawing at the girl. And then the girl's like, hey, knock it off. Get the fuck out of here, right? And my buddy, classic, looks at me and goes, she facilitated that entire fucking thing. And it's like, exactly. It was, I don't know if they were strippers. I don't know what their fucking deal was. But it was just that thing that I've always said where you got to have responsibility for your own fucking safety. Obviously, that guy shouldn't just feel that he should be able to walk over and start pawing at some girl. But, you know, when you're sitting there with your clam fucking outlined on the front of your fucking jeans and you're grinding up against your friend and you're pulling her jacket off and she's going, stop it, and you keep pulling it off, I mean, what the fuck do you think's going to happen? You know? There's nothing worse than when people act like the world is a perfect place. And then they act shocked when something bad happens. It isn't, okay? There's the way you wish the world was and the way it is, so fucking act accordingly. You don't go in there with your fucking hoo-ha hanging out and start grinding up on your friend in front of fucking 5 drunk guys who women haven't done a double take at since the fucking, I don't know, Fernando Valenzuela struck out the side, okay? I'm saying they're old people. It was a really fucking uncomfortable vibe. And I literally looked at my friend. I go, look, if we don't get out of here in 3 minutes, we're going to be testifying in about fucking 6 weeks for whatever bullshit's about ready to go down. And you know what kills me is no one at the bar stopped them from doing what they were doing. You know, I was trying to think what the fucking male version of what they were doing would be. I guess it would be like acting aggressive and almost causing like a fight vibe. All right, but, you know, then you get tossed out. But women can create the accused vibe. And, I don't know, I'm probably going to get shit for this. But, like, you know, I'm not advocating what that guy did. What that guy did was fucking wrong. But, Jesus fucking Christ. What did your dad do? Did he buy, like, Fisher-Price, How to Be a Whore? Did they make, like, remember those little fucking stereos they made? Did they make, like, a fucking, the whore version of that? I don't know. I'm at that age, people. I'm at that age where I look at women like that and I don't go like, well, there's an easy mark. I now look at them going like, Jesus Christ, Where the fuck was your dad? What didn't he do? But anyways, but what was actually funny was this is how drunk they were. As they were grinding on each other and fucking pulling up each other's dresses and doing all this shit for whatever reason. Out of nowhere, they just started singing the Star Spangled Banner. And then the guys at the bar joined in. And I have video of it. I'm going to send it to my guy, and hopefully we'll get it up on the site. I got it like halfway through. They sang the whole fucking song. And what was funny was that whole fucking is somebody going to get raped vibe went out the window. Both sides for like a good 3 minutes were in harmony with some sort of support the troops vibe, just out of fucking nowhere. And this is the funny thing about it. This was probably like 7 in the evening. This is how fucking wasted everybody was. All right. Plowing ahead here. Whatever. Women, what do you think about that? Am I being the fucking caveman there? I'm not advocating that I'm saying that those guys, what they did was right, but like you can't. It's like me, like I've always said this, that's like me walking through Central Park at like 3 in the morning, dressed like Liberace, singing I'm in the money. I'm in the money. I got a lot of fucking cash in my back pocket, right? And then someone comes up, smashes me over the head. I get a concussion. I got fucking my cheekbones fucked up. You know, they take my wallet, you know, and all that shit. Is it wrong? Yes. Do you feel bad for me? Yes. But what the fuck was I thinking? You know, why don't you just fucking give yourself a bunch of paper cuts and jump in shark-infested water and then fucking go, and then it bit my leg off. You're an asshole. That's my side of it.
All right, oh geez. What's up, Cleo? How you doing? You know, psyched I was to see you. You know, I was psyched to see you because you were psyched to see me. You're always psyched to see me, aren't you? You know, my dog actually misses me. Comes into the bedroom at night and it fucking looks around for me. Then it runs into my little office area looking for me. Right? If I'm not around, who are you going to wrestle with? Let me see if I can get you to moan. Hey, Cleo. Let me see if I can get you to howl. You want to go outside? Cleo, this is going to be worth it, people. Just listen. You want to go outside? Cleo. Hey, she's getting psyched. Cleo, you want to go outside? Cleo, I want her to howl. Come on. Cleo, you want to go outside? Cleo, would you fucking do it, please? Cleo. Oh, you're fucking burning me right now. Cleo. Hey, fuckhead. Cleo. Why won't you howl for these people? You want some food? You want to go outside? Cleo. I'm going to give one more temp. Ah, Jesus Christ. You know what this is like? The hot chick that'll never fuck you. And she just keeps giving you a glimmer of hope and you keep coming back. You keep coming back. Whatever. I still love you, Cleo. You know, even though you just made me look like a fucking asshole. You really did. It was literally the Bueller. Anybody? Anybody?
Cleo. I think my dog is sleeping with its eyes open. Oh, no, she just moved her eyebrows. You know what's weird? When my dog sees a squirrel through a window, it cries. Like it's a long-lost buddy. But if my dog is outside, it will try and rip its fucking head off. So does anybody know anything about dogs? What is it crying about? Is it crying like, oh, I want to rip its head off. I wish I could just end that thing's fucking life.
Fucking dog. We had company over yesterday. My girlfriend had a friend over and they were baking a cake out in the kitchen where broads belong. Right where they fucking belong. Yeah, so they're out there making a cake. And my dog, you know, has bonded with me and my girl, Pit Bull, you know. So now whenever we have company, she lets out a little growl. Isn't that what you do, Cleo? She does a little bit of that. You know, we've been trying to get her acclimated to. I keep her on the fucking leash, okay? You understand that, Cleo? You're on the goddamn leash because I'm not fucking getting sued because you're a psycho. Yeah, you're a psycho. All right, get off me. Can't do that to a little dog, huh? You like that? You hear that sound? You like that? That makes a pit bull happy. Come on, slap me around. I like it. Huh? Like Jake LaMotta? Like Jake fucking LaMotta? Only cuter? Get off me. Stop trying to dominate me. I watch the dog whisperer. I dominate you. I grab your fucking tail like that. You like that shit? Really? Does nothing for you? You can't hurt a pit bull. Fucking heads are made out of titanium. So anyways, these two broads, they're out there in the kitchen, okay, and they're talking about nothing, as usual. Typical women, not a fucking thought in their goddamn heads. Just emptying the fucking shit in their head. Blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up, right? So I bring the dog up, because I'm a man, you know. I'm wearing pajama bottoms, no shirt and some slippers. That's how I do it. It's my fucking house. It isn't. It's my apartment, and I rent it from another man like a bitch. But what anyway? We'll talk about that later. So anyways, so I bring the dog over. The dog sees the other broad out there. And I go, Cleo, no. And she ends up fucking, put her down on the rug. She lays down on the rug, and I got her on the leash, and everything's fine. So then after a while, it's comfortable. Sees the girl's cool, and it's just chilling and everything. And all of a sudden, I go, hey, come on in here, look at this YouTube video. And the dog had its ears back. I was looking to see if its ears came up, if it was fixating all that dog whisperer shit, and it wasn't. It was just sitting there. Out of nowhere, just and fucking lunged at her. Really freaked me out. So my dog is on probation right now.
All right, questions. Hey, Bill, would you rather have a dick where your nose is or a dick where it's supposed to be, but it talks? Oh, man, that's a great fucking question. I would have a dick where it's supposed to be, but it talks. And I just put a sock on it. What do you mean it talks? Does it say shit independently of what I'm saying, or does it just say the same shit that I'm saying, like a backup singer? Because that could be cool. If I had a little bit of a deeper voice, I could kind of get that echo thing going, like on those old Dean Martin records that they tape right down the street at Capitol Records. Well, I couldn't have a dick on my fucking nose, where my nose is. I mean, that would just be horrific. Dude, your face is what you want to protect. Anything else, face comes first. You can't have a dick on your face. You just can't do it, You couldn't even join the circus because it'd still be considered not crude, perverted. Kids couldn't see it, so what the fuck am I going to do with that? You can't even go to Times Square because they closed up all those weird... Does Coney Island even exist? There's no way to go with that, okay? But if you had a dick that talked, yeah, I'd just put a piece of tape. I'd have to gag it every morning. But you know what I like about that? I immediately assume that the dick would be trying to sabotage what I'm doing. I view everything as a heckler, even my own cock. All right.
Fucking Greg Giraldo. That was fucking funny. See, Norton could be followed in a roast. Greg Giraldo. There's too much heat for Norton. Fucking Eddie If's in the room now. How you doing, man? Fucking Jack Ruby has a better television career than you. The fucking horse's head in The Godfather 2 did better in the business. Godfather 1, 2, shut the fuck up. 1 or 2 gives a fuck. They got the fucking joke, okay? Fucking Norton doesn't take shit from anybody unless it lands on his chest. No one's calling you. Fucking Keith, what a fucking zero he is. More comics have passed Keith Robinson in this business than the last place runner in the New York Marathon. Okay. Why does everybody groan when you do a Keith Robinson joke? They like Keith? Oh, fuck him. Sell out. Fuck Keith. They love him. Okay. Our next act come to the stage, I guess you would call him Kathy Griffin without tits, Billy Burr.
All right, thank you. Keep it going for Rich Voss, everybody. Come on, everybody. And for those of you who saw Last Comic Standing, how about a round of applause for the official end of his fucking career? Come on, everybody. Rich, that was the worst fucking show I've ever seen in my life. I can't believe you said yes to that. Fucking Al LaBelle turned down that show. Jesus, it was fucking unbelievable. He's been in this business 39 years. He's competing with open micers. You didn't even fucking stand out. You should have looked like Christ. You didn't look like Christ. You didn't even look like a comedian. You look like a fucking landscaper who was just trying the shit out on a whim. But you're dumb. You deserve it. Look at Rich. Rich spent $3,000 on a watch and $8 on his teeth. Look at him. He looks like fucking John Elway. He's a football player from 20 years. These can't all be gems, people. It is a decent line, right? Maybe if you didn't spit on somebody every 20 seconds, you get a fucking deal, man. Look at that thing. That's not a bridge. It's a fucking dam.
Something. All right, let's move on, because that's dying. All right, Vanessa Hollingshead is here, everybody. Vanessa, I've seen you for like the last 7 years. I got one question asked about your act. What the fuck are you talking about? No one cares about your stupid characters. Just talk about your dick and get off the stage. Too mean, it's a roast. Fuck all of you. It's all right, thank you. It's getting worse, people. I'm starting off with the cute ones. All right, I just got back from the Mike Birbiglia's one-man show called An Evening with Todd Barry. Thank you. Todd Barry, little advice. Maybe if you brought the energy up just a little bit, you could get a food spot at the cellar. Oh, and speaking of the cellar, Manny and Esty just wrote a book called How Dare You Work Another Club? Keith Robinson wrote the foreword. I'm going to read some of it. No, Master, I won't be working no other club. Bring it up, Modi, boss. Bring it up, Modi. Coming up the stairs, boss. Coming up the stairs. Unfucking believable. Keith Robinson sold his soul for free nachos and buffalo wings. Just fucking around. I tease the Comedy Cellar. I love the Comedy Cellar. You know what I love about the Comedy Cellar? I love the wide variety of acts that they have on their weekends. On Saturday, we have 4 wonderful shows. At 7 o'clock, we have Tom Papa, Greg Giraldo, Nick DiPaolo, and Colin Quinn. At 9 o'clock, we have Nick DiPaolo, Colin Quinn, Greg Giraldo, and Tom Papa. At 11 o'clock, we have Nick DiPapa, Colin Giraldo, fucking Who Gives a Fuck, and Alan Havey. Let me ask you a question. I got one question. Who the fuck is Alan Havey? Every 6 weeks I get that. I'd love to give you more spots, but Alan Havey is in town. Oh, well, shit, let's clear the fucking schedule. Alan Havey is in town. Jesus Christ, by any chance did he bring Mark Cohen with him? It's a roast, man. I'm letting it go. You like it? Beautiful, beautiful. All right, fuck all of you, because this is still, we're at the halfway point. All right, I worked with the Sklar brothers recently. I got one question for the Sklar brothers. Do they both have to be up there? Is there any reason for both of them? Can't one of them just recite that awful material? Awful. And God, they're ugly. They're the answer to the question, what would happen if Jeff Ross fucked Mel Brooks? I was talking about the Sklar brothers. All right, Tom Papa, I don't know if he's here. Tom Papa has a new show coming out this fall. Evidently, it takes place inside of Jerry Seinfeld's ass. Orny Adams lives in the prostate, and it's called Who Are These People Up My Ass? What are you guys all getting a fucking guest star on it, you fucking sellouts? Don't make fun of him, he has a deal. Where do you go from here? A couple more bridges. Colin Quinn is still here. God bless him. Colin, come on, round of applause for the one celebrity who showed up here tonight. God bless him. Colin, I just have one question for you. Why are you still fucking here? You're at least twice as old as anybody here. No one cares about your take on the war in Iraq. And even if we did, we couldn't understand what the fuck you're saying, you fucking mush-mouth hack. If you're going to keep doing spots, at least take a fucking speech class. Somebody, you got your own show. Why are you still here? What do you think? That tough crowd's like a stepping stone? You're 58 years old. This is it for you. It's not going any higher. Go on the road like Gallagher too, except instead of smashing the watermelons, he's going to eat them. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, which brings me to this tub of shit. Patrice O'Neal. What I've loved about him is he's fat and arrogant. It's the oddest combination I've ever seen in my life. Like, he refuses to do Comic View. He actually feels that he's above it. I will not do Comic View. Patrice, your whole act is perfect for that show. You do 11 minutes, you pretend to talk about Russia, and then you do 52 minutes of pussy jokes. And you won't do Comic View? I mean, Patrice, you're so comic. You got a deal for your own TV show. You blew all your money on a pinky ring, a used Cadillac, and football jerseys. And you won't do Comic View? Patrice, you are Comic View. Why didn't you at least get your fucking teeth fixed? Patrice, you have the worst teeth in entertainment. None of them match. I worked in a dental office for 5 years. I've never seen anybody with a molar in the front. You have no business having a headshot. Howard Feller called. He wants his old teeth back. Look at the space between his front teeth. He looks like a fat 50 Cent. Poor 50 Cent. I'm just fucking with him. I do. I gotta do a disclaimer. I'm getting the most fucking groans here. And Patrice is fat. Patrice has that awful fat person bad breath where you don't know if it's coming, the smell's coming from his mouth or one of the folds in his neck. Patrice's breath smells worse than Jim Norton's chest. But I make fun of Patrice. I make fun of Patrice only because I'm jealous of his career. Seriously, he's doing great. He just booked the lead to the sequel to Mighty Joe Young. Patrice, you really do look like an out-of-shape gorilla. You look like that gorilla at the zoo that doesn't want to fuck anymore. All right, I was playing with all of you. God bless all of you. I love you, Patrice. Known you for 10 years. Seriously, man. I'd do anything for you. Thank you.
I know. Hey, Billy Burr. Billy, no, he's not going next. He doesn't just fucking walk in like he's a celebrity and go next. No, let Lynn go. No, fuck him. The ST doesn't care if you get back to the club. Calm the fuck down. They're here. Shut up, I can't see you. Fucking a big hand for Billy Burr. What's that? Oh, Billy went up. Look at Billy. He's shaking. I know. I'm sorry, Manny. I'm sorry, Esty. Sit down. Hey, stupid, sit down. You were done. Just thank God you didn't trash anybody at BBQs or you wouldn't be working this weekend. Fucking Billy, look at he's so fucking happy. Surprised you came up here without your FUBU clothing. Fucking failed in both fucking. Oh, no, I didn't say it. Oh shit! I saw Johnny Lambert. How you doing, man? When did you get back into comedy? Jesus Christ, talk about relics. That fucker looks up to D.F. Sweedler.